You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Happy Monday to you. Happy Veterans Day to you. It is 6 a.m. on this Monday. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Nada Iranpour. We do want to get you ready for today. A lot of people are off today.
Yes.
No school or work, perhaps, and there's going to be parades and ceremonies everywhere.
Celebrate our veterans here today.
Outdoor activities today.
Yes.
So forecast is looking great.
Nice.
We're about 15 minutes out from sunrise. As you can see, it's starting off very, very nice out there. A little bit of cloud cover, very thin layer, so not anything dense or widespread. Just some patchy, thin clouds out there. But otherwise, a gorgeous sunrise expected at 6:16, sunset coming at 4:50. Forecast for the day shows slightly cooler than normal temperatures, mainly in the upper 60s at the coast, where we normally would be in the low 70s. Inland valleys will be in the low to mid 70s, normally in the upper 70s across most of our western valleys. Mountains are looking pretty good with that sunshine, mostly sunny today at 69, and the desert's at 84. Coming up, we'll talk about our several opportunities for rain in the forecast over the next week or so. They're pretty light, but still want to clue you in on what to expect. Back to you.
This morning, Escondido police investigating a body found inside of a burning car. Officers responded to this vehicle fire on Brotherton, the road there, just before 10 yesterday morning. The car was in the parking lot of a public storage facility. After crews put out the flames, they discovered a person dead inside. So far, no details have been released about the victim.
This morning, the San Diego Sheriff's Office is on alert after a bomb threat was reported at the Registrar of Voters' office in Kearny Mesa. It was one of several in Southern California. Officials say the local threat was made Friday night. Deputies investigated, and they said their threat was not credible. Other threats were made at voting headquarters in Orange County and in Riverside. Those offices were evacuated. No explosives were found. And now, this just into our newsroom here this morning. President-elect Donald Trump has named Congresswoman Elise Stefanik as U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations. The role will require Senate confirmation. He named a border czar over the weekend, too.
CBS News also added Arizona to Trump's win column, giving him a 7 battleground state sweep. As CBS's Jared Hill reports, Trump is set to meet with President Joe Biden this week.
President-elect Donald Trump is huddling with his transition team in Mar-a-Lago, building his new administration. Trump announced former ICE Director Tom Homan will be his border czar. And CBS News has learned that GOP Senators Marco Rubio and Bill Hagerty, a staunch opponent of Ukraine funding, are among those being considered for Secretary of State.
Whatever role I hold going forward, it's going to be advancing the positions that President Trump has articulated.
But as the cabinet grows, Trump announced 2 people who won't be included. His former UN ambassador turned primary rival Nikki Haley and his former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. The president-elect is gearing up to meet with President Joe Biden at the White House on Wednesday, a courtesy Trump did not extend to Biden after the 2020 election.
Mr. President!
Biden and the First Lady were seen strolling near their home in Delaware before returning to Washington yesterday. Today, he and Vice President Kamala Harris will attend ceremonies marking Veterans Day. Meanwhile, members of his party continue to grapple with last week's election losses. In a New York Times interview, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi pointed to Biden's late exit from the race and his swift support of his VP.
The president endorsed Kamala Harris immediately. That really made it almost impossible to have a primary at that time. If it had been much earlier, it would have been different.
This week, new members of Congress will be in Washington for orientation, with the Senate flipping to GOP control in January, the House still being determined. Jared Hill, CBS News.
And now Republicans are on the brink of clinching control in the House. So let's show you the very latest count here. Republicans are now just 4 seats away from majority. 18 House races still not called yet. That includes 10 of them here in California. But you see that number in red there, 214. The 49th congressional seat here in San Diego and part of Orange County could help determine the balance of power as we're waiting for the numbers here. Incumbent Representative Mark Levin's lead over Republican Matt Gunderson has grown now to about 4% or 10,000 votes ahead.
This morning, we are hearing from incoming U.S. Senator Adam Schiff. The longtime Democratic congressman will be taking over the Senate seat that the late Dianne Feinstein had held for more than 3 decades. Schiff made a name for himself by leading the first impeachment trial against Trump.
So a lot will depend on what kind of president Donald Trump intends to be. If he's serious about trying to tackle high prices and improve the quality of living for working people, he'll find a willing partner in me. If, on the other hand, it's sort of a retribution tour against California or other blue states, he'll find a vigorous opponent in me.
Schiff says he plans to fight to restore reproductive freedoms on the federal level. Another priority is the South Bay sewage crisis.
And now today is Veterans Day. Today, the nation honors all those who have served.
From parades to ceremonies, San Diego is preparing to celebrate our nation's heroes this morning. CBS 8's Chris Grow live along the Embarcadero. And Chris, a parade there that's going to be marching down Harbor Drive in a couple of hours, right?
It's going to be a great opportunity for San Diegans to come out and, of course, honor the men and women who signed up to defend this country and then now, as veterans, get to enjoy being back with civilian life, their friends, their family, their neighbors. But again, this is still an opportunity to celebrate everything that they've done for us.
I'm really hoping that all of the folks that come down to Harbor Drive tomorrow to watch the parade really take something away from seeing these two veterans who are part of the great generation of the United States.
Two veterans that they are talking about, of course, two D-Day veterans that will be in attendance. This is a special dedication this year, a special tribute to the 80th anniversary of the D-Day invasion during World War II. So an opportunity to say thank you to these two great American heroes. And as time goes by, as we know, having worked with a number of different veteran groups, the amount of World War II veterans that we are seeing, we lose each and every year, makes it that much more special to be able to honor them this year at this time. Now, it won't just be down here at Harbor Drive. Of course, this parade starting at 10 a.m., but also in Escondido, the North County. They will be celebrating the 5th annual Escondido Veterans Day Parade. That is going to be starting at 9:30 on Woodward near Grape Day Park. It's going to take a different kind of path here this year because of some construction that will be going on, but still, they will be celebrating. They'll continue to do that even after the parade at noon as well, too. And there's going to be a host of different events that will probably be near you. So just go to CBS8.com for all of your Veteran Day info, including, again, where it is that you can honor the veterans in your life. Eric and Netta?
All right, Chris, thank you for that. And, of course, that view along the Embarcadero is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's iconic.
It's a great place to be,
Sweater vest on for Chris there.
I think so.
Good start with that, right? But he's got the shirt on ready to roll later on.
It's smart. I mean, the farther east you are this morning, it's a little colder, so 30s and 40s right now. 50s closer to the coastline. Cloud cover is pretty thin out there, but there is a small layer of clouds to work with that'll burn off very quickly past sunrise. I mean, in many cases, it's already burned off. Temperatures are going to be trending a few degrees shy of average, but still looking at upper 60s at the coast, low to mid 70s inland, upper 60s for the mountains, and 84 out there for the deserts. By the afternoon, we should be encountering plenty of sunshine. We have switched back to onshore flow. Onshore flow means that air is coming from the west, so it's cool, a cool sea breeze. That's why we have that cloud cover. Anyone who was experiencing very dry skin, for example, out there last week because of those Santa Anas can rejoice in this switch up. We are looking at current temperatures out the door that look like this. I mean, like we talked about, 35 in Ramona right now, 43 in Poway, 43 in Escondido, 47 in Encinitas out the door, and 49 in Del Mar and downtown San Diego. 5-day forecast shows the temperatures are going to warm up a bit as a ridge of high pressure builds briefly for Wednesday, Thursday, but those temperatures slide after Thursday into Friday and Saturday, and that's because we've got a chance of rain in the forecast to end this week. So what we're going to watch for is that trough of low pressure sweeping up to the north of us. Could bring us some cooler temperatures tomorrow afternoon and a little bit of mist and drizzle for the early morning hours. And then again on Friday, we'll see that chance. When we look at this rain chances graphic, gives you a good idea of what we're talking about. Climbs to maybe 7%. It's a very slim chance. We're talking mist and drizzle, if that, just associated with that dense marine layer early tomorrow morning ahead of sunrise. By the time we get to Friday and Saturday, that chance builds a little bit. Again, still a little far out for us to be able to pin down any specifics, but as we get closer to the end of the week, we'll be able to fine-tune this. Right now, looking like some scattered showers expected for Friday into Saturday. Let's check in on your border wait or your drive times out the door right now, where we have two crashes that we can take you to. First one is one that we checked in on a half hour ago, still occupying the 2 lanes of the 805. 805 northbound before the 5, 2 lanes are blocked there. Also want to mention on the 56, Score Point is obstructed because of a crash there at Ted Williams Parkway. This is the westbound Ted Williams Parkway at Carmel Valley Road. So could be causing some delays this morning, although you got a lot of green on the screen there showing that speeds are back to their normal speeds. Shouldn't be running into any tremendous delays. Let's look at your border wait times right now. It's a 15-minute wait at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Should be able to get across very quickly. Otay Mesa Port of Entry, almost no wait at all. It's only 5 minutes across. Ned and Eric, back to you.